Hi guys. So I know it's been a while since I put a video out, but I do want to share something very pretty with you today. This is a little deck, relatively new, and that it's out by U.S.Games. It is called the Old Style Lenormand. And if you are like me in any way that loves decks that have kind of a traditional feel to them, very little clutter in the background, like this is a sample of the store card. You can see the backgrounds have that kind of sepia look, very pretty, very simple, and it makes the central part of the subject of the card very clear and easy to see in the very big spreads, such as the Grand Tableau or those with more cards. I'm going to go through all these cards just so you can see what's in this deck. It does have two men, it does have two women. They're facing in the opposite direction, what makes it very attractive to me. So you can do same gender readings. You can do if it's a woman asking about another woman, whether it's a partner or a friend or a coworker, you've got your people right there. It does come with a nice little booklet. The booklet does talk about each card, so it will give you a very thorough, for example, let's turn to the fox here, and you'll see there's quite a bit on the fox. And there are not a lot of examples for actual spreads. There's like a 9 card in the back like that. And there's one that looks like it's a little bit more than a 5 card. Okay, but you're not going to get instructions on how to do the Grand Tableau. So you do want to check on other sources to do that. While I generally agreed with the meanings that this author uses in his book, I had a bit of a discrepancy in how our belief systems jived in terms of readings and how to ask questions. He, for example, let me just, I'm going to give you very specific things so to give him reasonable doubt if you think that you may disagree with what I say. So he just says, for example, it is advised not to do predictions as entertainment since every layout spends personal energy on the practitioner. I love doing predictions. I actually feel invigorated by them. So maybe he feels that way, but I don't feel that that applies to everybody. He does mention how to ask questions, and he does suggest not doing yes/no questions. Again, I'm in disagreement with that. I think the Lenormand is one of the best systems for doing that. And he also says you should not anticipate one choice among a few variants. I'm not quite sure what he means by that. I do agree with him when he says you shouldn't repeat the same question to get a different answer. So I'll give him that. And he says you shouldn't ask negative questions like why not? And I have no problem with people asking questions that may feel negative, but you will find some of my videos about flipping the question that the best way to ask questions is to ask it, kind of give it a twist that's more positive. So the yes cards will be very clear and the no cards will be very clear, but you can ask difficult questions if you want. I mean, that's why we go to the cards, right? We want to know answers. So let me just show you what these cards look like. They're quite beautiful. They're lovely to read. I really, really enjoy using this deck. I've had a lot of fun with it. The cardstock is quite nice. It does not really have like a gloss. It's more of a matte finish, and this is what the back of the cards looks like. And let's take a look at them one by one. Very pretty little deck. All right, so we will go through them in order. So starting with the Rider card, we've got the Clover. You can see the backgrounds are consistent and they have the nice sepia look. There are playing card insets at the corner of each card, but they are very unobtrusive. They're very simple, very nice to see. Each card is numbered. The tree is nice and lush. I like the roses actually on the back here too. The clouds does not have a dark and a light side. You can assign that in your mind ahead if you would like. There's our snake card. Clear. The coffin card, and it is draped for those who like to have a draped coffin for directionality. There's our bouquet. Very pretty. Scythe. And let's move through this. He calls the Broom and Whip the Whips card. And the birds. It's a double bird. I like when there's two in the birds card. The child with her doll. Lovely fox. The bear card. I like that the bear is brown, and you can continue to assign a brunette attribute, brown-haired. Stars, I like that there are multiples. Stork, that is the one that is on the box. Lovely dog card. There's our tower. Guardian, very traditional look, what you would expect for most of the cards. Got our crossroad that does split, and I do appreciate that because that is our choice card for taking an exit ramp. There's our mice card. They do look like little scoundrels, so that's good. There's the ring, our heart. Book, super clear. You have an open and a closed book. How about that? And you can see which way the binding is facing. The letter. Now here's where we get the two man cards, and you can see they're facing in opposite directions. If you do like to use directionality, that will be there for you. Same with the lady cards. So if you see the lady cards side by side, they're also different hair colors. So it's nice to have the two different looking people. And the lilies, very pretty. The sun, very obvious what that is. Moon, our key. The fish, anchor. Oh, back to the fish. The only thing about the fish is it's important to know that there are multiple. So you really have to look in the back here, but there are multiple fish. It's a flying fish, I take it. So there are multiples there, but at first glance you may only see one. Just remember that fish can be multiples of something. There's our anchor, cross. So very well done. A lot of the traditional stuff kept in there. I really like it. It is by Akexander Ray. And very nice, and you can see when you do put these cards all around each other, the background makes it super easy to see from a distance, you know, what card you're looking at. So there's no confusion in terms of them and the grand tableau, which is what I really appreciate. Sometimes they're just way too busy, and when it comes to the bigger spreads, the deck becomes difficult to use. So this is actually quite an easy deck to use, and I love the style. I love that it looks kind of aged already. It's got the parchment look to it, and it quickly became a favorite of mine. So I hope you enjoyed this as well. So again, it is the old Style Lenormand by U.S.Games and Akexander Ray.